Hello dear students. நம்ம இந்த கிளாஸ்ல இன்னைக்கு 11th standard first lesson basic concepts of chemistry and chemical calculations னு இருக்குறதுல let us learn few topics what we have already learned in 10th standard. Let us start. First வந்து we know matter. So matterங்கிற definition வந்து சின்ன கிளாஸ்ல இருந்தே படிச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். So anything that has mass and occupies space is called as matter, we all know. Now there are various ways of classifying matter. அப்போ இங்கே நமக்கு வந்து they are given you two different ways to classify matter. First one is based on physical state. Second one is based on chemical composition. So let us classify the matter. First, matter is classified by physical classification and chemical classification. Now, based on physical classification, we can classify matter into solid, liquid, and gas. Suppose if a matter exists in solid state, we call it as solids. So likewise, if it exists in liquid state, liquid, and if it exists in gaseous state, we can call it as a gas. So that comes under the heading physical classification. Now, based on chemical classification, how can we classify matter? So we can classify matter into two broad headings. First one is, say, mixture, and second one will be pure compounds. Now what is meant by mixture, we all know. Mixture is a combination of two or three substances which are not chemically combined in particular. Now this mixture is again divided into two different headings. One into homogeneous mixture and the other one into heterogeneous mixture. Now what is a homogeneous mixture, we all know. In the case of homogeneous mixture, two or more substances will be present. Let us take it two. So when two substances are present in a mixture and if those two are mixed uniformly, if the composition is constant throughout, we call it as a homogeneous mixture. Now example for homogeneous mixture will be, we can say air, we can give seawater. In the book it is given green tea. Now all comes under the heading example for homogeneous mixture. Now what will be heterogeneous mixture? A heterogeneous mixture is one which will have a different composition. Say the composition will not be uniform, just opposite to what we have discussed in the case of homogeneous. So it will have different composition throughout the mixture, and therefore example I can say oil in water. We can give a different example. We can even say iron and sulfur powder. So when these two are mixed, it will be called as a heterogeneous mixture. Now under the heading pure compounds, we can classify matter as, say, element and compound. What is meant by an element? What is meant by a compound? We all know. An element is a substance which is made up of atoms, made up of, say, same type. Example for atom element, I can say copper, we can say silver. Now again, based on the number of atoms present, I can say it as a monoatomic or polyatomic. Now for polyatomic elements, I can say P4 phosphorus, S8 sulfur. Okay. Then what is meant by compound? We know compound is made up of molecules which may be of two or more than that of atoms of different elements present. Now example for compound, I can say carbon dioxide, sodium chloride. So we can give various examples for compound. So let me summarize once again. Matter is nothing but anything that occupies space and has got mass. Matter can be classified under different headings. Based on two headings they are given for us. One is based on the physical state, whether they exist in a solid state or liquid state or gaseous state, we can classify. And based on the chemical composition, we can classify the matter as mixture and compounds. Mixture is further divided into homogeneous and heterogeneous based on their composition. And into pure compounds, we can classify it as elements or compounds, whether it is made up of a single type of atom or whether it is made up of different types of atom. We can classify it as elements and compounds, and the examples we have learned. Now let us learn what is meant by atomic mass. Next heading is atomic mass. Now we all know that atom is very small and it has got very small, very negligible weight, and therefore there is no way that we can measure the mass of an atom directly. So direct measure பண்ண முடியாது because its weight is so small. So what they do, they go for an indirect way. So indirect way of measuring an atom. So or we can say we can go for a relative way of measuring the mass of an atom. அதுக்கு என்ன நமக்கு ரெஃபரன்ஸ் கொடுக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா, see IUPAC we all know, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. It's an international organization meant for chemistry. இவங்க என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்க, they have taken carbon atom as a standard. So carbon 12 atom is taken as a standard and its weight is fixed as 12 AMU or U. AMU stands for atomic mass unit or unified mass. Both are the modern unit is this one, unified mass. This is also correct. So atomic mass unit or unified mass. So IUPAC என்ன பண்ணிருக்காங்க, கார்பன் 12 ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் அட்டமா எடுத்திருக்காங்க. அதனுடைய வெயிட்டை வந்து இந்த 12 AMU ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. Now what is meant by AMU or what is meant by U, you know? So they say one atomic mass unit or unified mass is defined as mass of 1/12 of the carbon atom கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So அதனுடைய weight என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 1.6605 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram. So this is the weight of 1 AMU. So 1 AMU is defined as the mass of 1/12 of the carbon atom in their ground state. இந்த மாதிரி கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So இதனுடைய weight இது. இப்போ let us calculate, say relative atomic mass is equal to, see, average mass of the atom divided by unified mass or unified atomic mass. This is a general formula. Now how can we define relative atomic mass? Relative atomic mass is defined as the ratio of average mass of the atom to the unified atomic mass, I can say. Now let us calculate, say, relative atomic mass of hydrogen atom. So I can write it like this: average mass of hydrogen atom. So average mass of hydrogen atom divided by unified atomic mass. Now for average atomic mass of hydrogen is given as 1.6736 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram divided by, just now we have learned what is unified atomic mass, 1.6605 into 10 power minus 27 kilogram. Now when we divide, we will get the answer as 1.0076 or approximately we can write it as 1.008 so much U. So this is the relative atomic mass for hydrogen. So we can define relative atomic mass as a ratio of average mass of the atom to the unified atomic mass. And for example, for hydrogen, if you want to calculate, the value comes around 1.008 U. In the book, you know, they have, in the page number 5, they have given you the relative atomic masses for various elements. For example, for hydrogen it is 1.008, for carbon 12, for sodium it is 23, for sulfur it is 32.07, and for say potassium it is 39.10. Even for some other elements also they have given that we can easily refer. Another concept என்ன கொடுத்திருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா, see, most of the atoms they say it exists as isotopes. அப்போ isotope we all know the definition, we have learned in the lower classes. So isotopes are nothing but atoms of same element having same atomic number but different mass number. Isotopes have different mass. So mass number vary ஆகிறதுனால for different elements, you know, we have to go for average atomic mass. So from relative atomic mass I am moving on to average atomic mass. The reason is that because most of the elements exist as in the isotopic format. அப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், see, average atomic mass. Now how can we define average atomic mass? Average atomic mass is defined as average of the atomic masses of the elements in its naturally occurring isotope. It's average of atomic mass of the elements in their naturally occurring isotope னு சொல்றோம். இங்க வந்து என்ன சொல்றோம், குளோரினுக்கு நம்ம கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Chlorine exists as two isotopes, chlorine 35 and 37. Now 17 வந்து atomic number, 35 ங்கிறது இங்க வந்து mass number சொல்றோம். இப்போ இதுல ratio கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. The ratio will be say 77:23 இதாங்க ரேஷியோ. இது வந்து 77 இருக்கு, இது 23 இருக்கு. இப்போ I can calculate average atomic mass of chlorine is equal to, see பாருங்க, இப்போ 77 multiplied by say 35 plus 23 multiplied by 37 divided by 100. இதை simplify பண்ணீங்கன்னா the answer comes around 35.46 or 45 I can write. So இதுதான் வந்து average atomic mass for chlorine. So we can just write it as U. சரிங்களா? இது வந்து எப்போ அப்ளை பண்ணணும், அந்த atom வந்து isotopic formatல இருந்தா we have to go for average atomic mass. Likewise we have got for various atoms like hydrogen etc. Last topic, relative molecular mass. So how to calculate relative molecular mass? இது ரொம்ப சிம்பிள்ங்க. அதாவது relative molecular massக்கு definition இருக்கு, ரேஷியோ சொல்லுவோம். இது எப்படி கால்குலேட் பண்றது அப்படின்னா, you have to add the atomic masses of its constituent atoms னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Let us calculate for two compounds. One வந்து water எடுத்துக்கலாம், இன்னொன்னு H2SO4 sulfuric acid எடுத்துப்போம். இப்போ H2O water, we know one molecule of water contains two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. சரிங்களா? அப்போ relative molecular mass of H2O is equal to 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen plus 1 into atomic mass of oxygen. இங்க என்னன்னா நம்ம relative கூட போட்டுக்கலாம். Relative atomic mass of hydrogen, relative atomic mass of oxygen, that's equal to 2 into, just now we have learned the relative atomic mass for hydrogen is 1.008 plus 1 into 16. இது ஆட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா 2.016 plus 16, that is equal to 18.016 வரும். We can put it as U. U for unified mass. அதே மாதிரி பாருங்க, sulfuric acid எழுதுறேன். So relative molecular mass of sulfuric acid is equal to, straight away I am writing 2 into relative atomic mass for hydrogen will be 1.008 plus 1 into relative atomic mass of sulfur will be 32.07. Let us take only the whole number, 32 whole number எடுத்துக்கலாம், plus 4 into 16. அப்போ 2.016 plus 32 plus 64 எடுத்தா 98.016 வரும். Even you can just put it as 92. இந்த இடத்துல நம்ம 1 கூட போடலாம். Okay, 1.008 இருக்கு, even you can put 1. அப்படி போட்டா இங்க 18 வரும், இங்க 98 வரும். So இது இன்னொரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. If molecular mass is expressed in gram, we call it as gram molecular mass. சரிங்களா? molecular massக்கு வந்து யூனிட் கிடையாதுன்னு சொல்றோம். simply u மட்டும் போடுவோம், அது ஒரு ரேஷியோன்னு சொல்லியாச்சு, லாஸ்ட் இயர் படிச்சிருக்கோம். அதை நம்ம கிராம்ல எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்ணனும்னா we call it as a gram molecular mass. அப்படி பார்த்தோம்னா say gram molecular mass of water is equal to 18 gram னு போடுறோம். சரிங்களா? அப்ப sulfuric acid என்ன எழுதுவீங்க? gram molecular mass of sulfuric acid is equal to 98 gram. Okay? So that's it. Thank you.